Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So yesterday's video I made this lovely little booklet. Well, I sort of like covered it and I think it looked really lovely. Now I didn't use everything that Andy popped onto my desk. I'll link the video down from yesterday anyway. So I thought, I've got all these bits and pieces left, I thought I would make something else. So instead of popping it away, all these little bits of paper, I thought I'd make something else. I didn't use anything out of here yesterday, and I gathered up the rest of the little bits of fabric that he popped on the desk, so I'm going to use some of those as well. And in this jar I've got this big sort of like, I think it's like a belt or something, very boho, and it's really lovely. It's got these sort of like little beady dangly danglies on, so I've just taken a few of those off, and then I popped some of these in as well. So you never know, I might make those. Now I was thinking I was going to make sort of like an envelope. I did get a piece of vellum because I thought I might like to pop a little window in an envelope. So just something a little bit sort of random, I think. But I am loving this paper that I had yesterday, but I thought I might use it a little bit this side. So I'm just going to sort of like patchwork a cover together. So I'm just going to cut, let me just move some of my bits out of the way. Got my little foam squares still on my desk. I might use those as well for something, you never know. So let me just get this. I'm not going to really do any measuring. I'm just going to cut and stick together. So if let's have a little think of what we want to do. So I'm just going to cut this piece across. I quite like that as the outside. It's going to be quite a big sort of envelope. And I thought I might have like a little window in it. So I've got these little pieces here. Whoops. So if I sort of like stick some of these together, do you know what I mean? And then have a piece sort of at the top. So I'm going to have like a little window in it. Then I can back it. Something quite random, just something randomly random. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just ink this little bit around here. So again, I'm just going to make it up as I go along. See what we come up with, whether it will turn out into an envelope or whether it will turn out into something completely different. I don't know. So let's just pop a little bit of ink, as I like to do. And then we can just add a little bit of ink to that. Should we have that on the inside or the outside? Not sure whether to sew on this one, but I don't have, I'm just going to glue. I'm just going to go straight in and glue things together, because else I'm just going to make it up and then I'll have to stick it together anyway. So don't worry too much if it's majorly straight. Okay, so do you think that will be the outside piece? Do you think that's wide enough? What have I got here? What's that piece? Don't want the same piece, do we? Suppose I could put that at the top. Could add another little extra piece over there, couldn't I? How big do I want the little opening? About there. Then I don't have a huge amount of paper. I suppose I've got this. Let me just get my scissors. This down, and this bit, cut the little white bits off. Not that it really mattered actually, because I could have just put that underneath. Okay, so it's going to be quite a big envelope. Quite nice though, isn't it? I'm going to cut all the way up here. That's stuck. Might cut a little bit off that. I think that might be a little bit too long. But let's stick this together first. That can go on there. Let's just ink this piece up. Maybe I'll put this piece at the top instead of that, because we're having that there. Let's cut this white bit off. See, just use your scraps. Just use whatever you've got and just sort of like piece it all together. So let's stick this down. A little bit of glue. That looks straight, straightish. So we want the little hole sort of that big, don't we? That fit. Actually, that's quite a good size. I could put an extra piece on there, and then we've got this bit as the window. Let's just do that, or let me just ink this bottom piece, because that's going to be our window frame, isn't it? So we need that a little bit inked. So like that. Pop that on so it's so it looks sort of level. I think this piece is a little bit off, but this is like a little patchwork envelope, so it doesn't really matter. I might pop that on there actually. Shall I glue that down? Let's pop a little bit of glue there. Just to patch this piece. Then we can cut the other little bit off. Ooh, I think this is going to come out quite nice. But yeah, definitely too long, so I need to cut a little bit of this off. Use my scissors, let's just snip this bit down for a minute. Stick that on. Right, so I only need a little bit because I wanted just a little window in there. But I'll cut this off. I'll stick this on afterwards, I think. But that's going to look quite nice, isn't it? Look, a bit wibbly wobbly, but does it matter? Not really, does it? Let's just move that a fraction. Okay, so we need a piece that goes across here. I'm going to cut a little bit off here. So this envelope is going to be about 8 inches, I think. What do you reckon? That's quite nice, isn't it? Where's my ruler? Oopsie daisy. So 8.5 inches, that is long. That's probably quite a nice length, isn't it? That can go maybe on the, well actually I could probably turn that over, couldn't I? That's quite nice. So on the back, so this is going to be the front. I'm going to do the flap on this, so it's not going to be very big, but I'm going to put sort of like a little bit of music paper, I think, on the back. Let's just glue that like that, and then I can cut that down. Just stick that onto there, put that on, nice little patchwork. Let's just eyeball this. What do you reckon? I think I might need to sew this so it doesn't sort of fall apart. Fabulous. I quite like these little bits. Add that onto there, couldn't we? I might do that in a minute. Right, loving it, loving it. So this is going to go in there. I might actually just stick that on. Should we just stick that around? It's probably a little bit too big, but I do want to sew around it as well. We have another very, very hot day again today. We had a beautiful beach walk again this morning. Nice and early because it gets so hot. And because you take Jessie, the dog, I don't want her to sort of burn her little feet and get too hot. But it's just beautiful down there. Nice paddle in the sea. I'm not brave enough to go for a swim that early though. It's still a little bit chilly for me. A little bit chilly in the sea. It's not very straight, but who will know, hey? Look, we've got this, which I was going to use yesterday. It's like the top of the envelope, but actually that would be quite nice on there, wouldn't it? Could make a very, very big envelope. No, I don't think so. I'm going to... Right, I'm going to sew some of this. I'm just going to sew around this bit. Just around this whole bit, I think, and maybe I'll go along this bit, some of these, just with my sewing machine. It's behind me, so I haven't got it on my desk, so I'll quickly sew this, and then I want to just score a line down there. It'll probably be where that piece of paper's gone, so I'm going to sew across there, because that's going to be our flap. Okay, so 2 seconds. Okay, lovely. So I did sew all the way around the little bits that I stuck on, like a little patchwork. I haven't gone down there, but I think that should be okay. So let's just cut these little bits off. Like that. Okay. Perfect. Right. Beside my sewing machine, oopsie daisy, I just dropped it. I had this paper bag, which I quite like, and I was just wondering whether I could use it as the little back piece. What do you think? And then fold that over as the top piece. I think I might just try and straighten this up just a little bit. Right, I believe that's pretty straight. So I'm going to just a little bit, so it's a little bit straight. What do you reckon? I think that's pretty good. So there we go. That's okay. Oh, I like that. Just thinking I might just sew that on. So if we score down about there, or should I do it across that bit? Then we can have, we don't even need to score it actually, just fold that over. And then that can be our envelope, and that will still sit up there. So it'll have a nice brown paper bag back to it. But I like that. And then we can make a little something. We need a little something to go in there, don't we, to peek through there. Oh, I could make a nice long journal card, I think, to go in there. That's what I shall do. Shall I cover this? Shall we have a little bit of this covered over? Actually, I'm liking that, so I think I'm going to just tear this off and stick that on there, just to cover this white bit up. Should have thought of that before I started sewing, shouldn't I, really? But that's all right. Put that like that. There's my one gone. That fold over. Yes, I think I will fold that over. Shall we just glue that? A little bit of glue on there. Fab. A little bit of ink. I'm back with my dauber again. So indecisive about these inky pads, little daubers. Okay, do you think we need to do something with the edges of that? A little bit of ink. Right, so that's going to fold over. I quite like that. That looks nice. I'm glad I didn't cover this up because I like that. Where's my corner punch? Do I have it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I put it away. Okay, let's just round that off. Okay, love it. That's nice, isn't it? So I'm going to take my bag. Just wondering whether I should sew along that top piece first. I think I probably should, shouldn't I? Right, so that's, it's only going to have like this much gap. So I might just fold that down, and then we're going to see a little bit of that, so I might need to cover that bit up. Okay, pop that on. I'm going to patchwork this a little bit up. Don't want to do too much because we've got the little envelope, not the envelope, the what's it called, the little window on there. Just put that on there. Do we have a bit more? Just a little bit more. Just a little patchwork. Just covering that white up. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Gosh, so clumsy. There we go. Perfect. Right, so I think I should. So if that comes down, actually that's not very, oh no, I suppose it is, isn't it? Not very level though. But what I might do, I've got a little bit of this. I might take a little piece, rip it down and pop it along there. So I'm going to sew along there. So that's popping out the bottom. Let's see. Let's just pop a scruffy bit. There we go. Doesn't have to be straight. Just go in there like that. That will sew along the bottom, and then we can sort of like see this coming out the back of it. I needed just a little extra something on there. Should we just put that on there? Okay. Fab. Down. Maybe I could use the string or this little bit of stuff to make a little closure, couldn't we? Let's just do this. I'm going to take a little bit of glue. Oh, which way should we have it? Or maybe I'll have it that way because we've got that there. Oh, I quite like the green. Let's do it that way instead. Let's just a little bit of glue on there. Oops. Should we do it from this end? Because this is a sort of a fatter end, isn't it? Oops. There we go. Lovely. A little bit of glue on here. Just stick. Actually, it can go like that, can't it? Okay. Anything else? I don't think so, and that's made it quite hard actually as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop along and just sew along this bit. Then I will be back and then we will stick that on, and then I can sew around the whole of it. So 2 seconds. Okay, so that looks really nice. I absolutely love that. I think that looks really, really good. So this will go on there as the back. So do we need, before I sew that on, what should we have as the closure? Do I need to put a little thingy down here or here? Little round thingy-majiggity. Don't know what they're called. I've forgotten what they're called. Where's my little... Oh, here we go. Should we do a green one? Because the green will go with that green then, won't it? And I'm going to... Oh, I should have made a hole in them first. Where's my... There we go. And I'm going to do that again. Going to do that again because I want some holes in these. Just so we can find at the middle. It's a lot easier to punch the hole in before. But these little diddy ones, are okay. So I'm just going to stick that on the back. Silly Billy, I should have done that again. Gosh. Never mind. At least I know where the hole is. That can go on there. That can go on there. Just to make it a little bit higher. Right, well, at least we know where the middle is. God, should we let the glue dry? Okay, let's pop that back on there. Okay, don't do what I just did. Just let your glue dry or pop your holes in first. There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. Take that out. There we go. This isn't the best hole punch because it's quite tight. It's quite a tight one. Don't think I need those. Let's just ink these up, see what it will look like. Oops. I think I might just pop a little brad through those. A little bit of ink around. Okay. Do you think I need to put those on first? Not really, do I now? Not if I'm going to pop a brad through there. Okay. Wasn't quite sure whether I was just going to sew them on or whatever, but now we know. But what I am going to do, just pop a little bit of glue along here. Just a tiny bit along that bit. Glue this on. So this is a real good scrappy one, isn't it? Doesn't really matter if you can see that. Right, I'm going to sew all the way around. I'll cut that off in a minute when I've finished. But I'm going to go all the way around the whole thing. So this is all sewn on as well. So 2 seconds. Okay, so I think that's come out nice. Oh, I've got a little bit of a knotty bit in there, but it just adds to it, doesn't it? Loving it. Nice and wibbly wobbly. Okay, let's just chop this off. Little extra piece there that we don't need. Look at that. Oh, I like. Nice and crunchy. So what we can do, add this to here. add this one to here, and then we can have one of our little, whatever, the little figure of 8 closures on there. Shall I get a brad? Okay. What do we have? I've got all sorts of little ones in here. These little pearly ones are quite nice, aren't they? What do you think that will look nice? Like, oh, I like that. Shall we have one of those? Okay. Where are we going to put it? There and there. Do you think that should be alright, shouldn't it? Like that and that. Do I need a little pencil? Okay. Let's pop a hole in there. Gosh. A hole there. A hole there. Oops, didn't cut too well, did it? There we go. Fabulous. What I might actually do, did I have a spare one of these? Did I just fling them somewhere? I might actually stick that on the back because that's quite thin. Doesn't really matter whether. Oh, these handles are coming off. It's a bit wobbly. Going to stick it on with a bit of 3-in-1 just behind. There we go. I think that will be better in there. I think we can't see it. Look, I can see it there. And that's okay. Because we're going to have a little journal card, or maybe a tag or something we shall make. So over. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We can do this in there. We'll have one for the top and one for the bottom. Oh, doesn't that look nice? As long as I have two. I didn't look. It is the same colour, yes. Right, shall I? I'll put the stuff on in a minute, I think. Now, I think I need to put some little bit of fabric or something. I like that back. Do you think that's in the middle? Probably not. Under here like this. Oh, I need to show you my lap book. I've been working in my lap book nice and quietly, so I've nearly sort of finished it. I've got a few more things that I can do in it, and then I'll show you, and then we're going to do the front. I'll do the front of it, but I've had so much fun doing it. I didn't video all of it, I videoed some of it because I had so much fun doing it. I just wanted to have a sort of practice, if you know what I mean. Oops, have I just got that stuck? Oh, there we go. Love it. Love, love, love. So that can go. Oh, that can go in there like that. Do you think that's a bit too thin? I'm gonna cut it off there for now and tie a little knot in there. Trouble with these, I never know which way they come apart. Okay, love that. Love, love, love. Now we need to make a little tag to go in the middle, don't we? Did I have any more? Oh, here it is. Got this, and I love this. Look, that's going to be the perfect size. Or do we want to make a... We need one, so that's going to go in the middle, don't we? So do you think I should make a template? I should, I think. Shall I get a piece of, here we go. I'll just get a piece of this. Pop that on there. Where does that go? So we don't want it hugely about there, do you think? Yes. That's going to be about the right size because I want it to go in. That's it. So that will just slide in nicely. That's a nice little template, isn't it? To slide in. Perfect. So let's pop that over there. Oh, actually I need to figure out where. Let's put that at the front. I should have already done it last, really. Let's just pop that in. Okay, that goes in. So we need to, I need to mark that off, really, don't I? Maybe not. There and there. Okay. Dents. I've made little dents in there. Doing this all over the place. So down here like that. So we need to put this in that bit so we can see that through the little hole. So that will look nice. So now I need a piece this big. I'm doing this all over the shop, aren't I, guys? Let's just take a piece down here. So this can go on. Should we have this over the top or underneath? I think maybe underneath, like that. So that can stick on there. Just making that. I still didn't use this, did I? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop that off. Chop that off. This is going to be patchwork unless I stick it all to, maybe I could have done it on a piece of this as the backing and just stick it straight down. No, because I want to back it with some tea stain paper. And then I can just stick it onto this. God, decisions. Decisions. Let's just put this down. So this journal card is going to be sideways. But I think it will look really nice, actually. Okay. Stick that down. What's that piece? Should we have that piece stuck on there? That's quite nice, isn't it? Right, I'm going to glue this on, I think. Let's pop some glue on here. So that's going to be roughly on there, that's going to be on there. Like that. This can go on the top. So we only need this corner, don't we? That can go down a bit. It's a little bit wibbly wobbly. That can go down a bit. I've got this piece. Should we have that? What should we have down this side? Don't have a huge amount left. I've got this piece. Or we could just have like a little brown bit to stick on, couldn't we? Maybe I'll do that. that's fab. So this piece can just stick onto these, can't they? I think I will definitely sew this. This whole piece is going to stick on, isn't it? Okay, I can take this white piece out now. Because all I need to do is pop a little bit across there and a little bit across there of something or other. There. Should we cut a little piece off? Put that on there. Sure, there's an easier way of doing this. Should have just stuck it to that piece of paper, shouldn't I? That can go on there. Oh look, I've got a little bit of this. I could probably use a bit of this across. Oh, that would just about fit. I'm quite liking that little dragonfly in there. What do you think? I could rip it. Shall we rip this down? There we go, love it. Ink. Put this down here. Perfect. Right, we just need a little bit across there, and then we've got a lovely big journal card. I don't really want that. I think maybe we'll have to have another little bit of, oh, maybe I could just put that on there. That's a good idea. Seeing it's already been torn, stick that down. Going to, I'll sew some of this so it doesn't matter too much. Let's pop that like that. Ta-da! Look at that lovely tag. Well, it's not, it's like a giant sort of journal card, isn't it? Just pop a tiny bit of glue in there. Oops. Fabulous. Where's our little envelope? Look at that. That slides in there. Just perfect. Oops, well, it needs to go this way, doesn't it? There we go. You can see that through. It'll probably be easier once I've got a stiffer backing on it. Look at that. So you can see that going through there. Fabulous. Just see the little wings and the rose. Lovely. Right, I think I need to pop a little bit of fabric, because we didn't do this, did we? We didn't put any fabric on any of it. Oh look, I could have used that. I know, I quite like the green. I like the green. What should we pop on here? A little bit of grunginess. A little bit of this. Let's just, actually I might just scrunch that up. I'm going to scrunch that up. I'm going to sew this on first before I put the back on. Look, I've got a little bit of lace here. Let's just cut that in half. Let's have this bit. So I will scrunch that up with that and pop that on there. Does this rip? Oh yeah, this rips. I think I will just pop a little bit. Oh look, I got a little bit of shiny there as well. Should we pop a little bit of shiny on there? Okay. Gosh, I sound like a mad person talking to myself. Okay, right guys, I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew that on there. I'm going to sew that on there, but I'm going to sort of like gather it up a little bit. And then I'm going to get a piece of tea stain paper, which that's not going to be big enough. And then I'm going to, well, I'll do that in a minute. I'll show you what it's like when I've sewn around it. So I will be back 2 seconds. Okay, perfect. So I have just sewn down through there, and I've just gathered that up onto there, which I love. I didn't sew around these bits, but I think because I've sewn on there. I've got a piece of tea stain paper, and all as I'm going to do, again, I'm going to go to my sewing machine, and I'm just going to I'm going to sew around the edge. I'm not going to stick it on. I'm just going to go on there and just sew it. I'm going to quickly just ink around these bits, I think, just to grunge those up just a little bit, which I love. I think this looks really, really nice. That's going to be sewn, so it's not going to matter that it opens up a little bit. And then I've got a few little dingly dangly bits, so I might add something to here, and maybe something on the front of the envelope. Let's see, I can use my glue gun to stick something on. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to quickly pop back to the sewing machine and just go all the way around the outside, and then we've got our lovely little journaling tag inside the envelope. So 2 seconds. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. It just, look, I only just got it on that bit. It's a bit squeezy tight on there, a bit close to the edge. I want to keep that a little bit. I can always go round it again. Do you know what I mean? You can double stitch all the way around it. So I'll see how that goes. Can you see? I only just caught that. You can see the white edge, but I think we will be okay. I love it. I think that looks really, really nice, and I'm loving the crunchiness of this. So this will pop in there, so you've got all of that to journal on, and again this little envelope will fit all sorts of things in, not just that. Oh, I think it's lovely. So which way should we go? Like that, like that, and around. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Should we stick something on the front? Oh, it's a bit lumpy. It's a bit lumpy bumpy on the back. Right, I've got these little bits, but I'm going to have to, I think, just glue gun some of these little bits on, maybe. This is a lovely colour. What do you think? I can go along. I might just pop it along there. Should have thought about it. I didn't think about it. Really, did I? On here, but I'm just going to go for it. Is my glue gun on? No. Would have if my glue gun was on. Let's use some 3-in-1. Like that. So we go like this. Scrunch it up. Because I think this would have looked quite nice sewn on, actually. Like that. Just scrunch it up and dry. That will dry. What should we have? A little bit like we had on the on our little book cover. There we go. That looks nice. And then maybe should we have a little? Okay, I've got a bowl pin. Should I put? It's a nice sort of big button there, isn't there? Should we pop that on there? Or should we pop it on with a little safety pin? Actually, I think I have a little smaller one. Let's have a smaller one on there. Maybe I don't need to glue that on. Maybe I will clip that on with a bulb pin. Oh, I can get it through. There we go. Oops, not sitting very well, is it? No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's all. It's going to have to just go through once. I think I doubled it. So let's pop it through again. Let's try again. That's better. That's better, isn't it? Look at that. That looks nice. I might have to pop a little bit of glue gun, or maybe not. Just leave it to dry. Love it. I love it. Maybe we could put something here. I don't know. I don't want to overdo it. But I think that's really nice. But I did want to use these little, this is like a nice sort of pinky, it's sort of like a pinky orange. Maybe I will clip that on there as well. Where's my, I've got some pliers here. It's got a funny little, they're not the best sort of loopy things. Probably should have put it on before. I'm doing everything backwards today. Pop that on. Close that up. What do you think? Oh, I love it. Isn't that lovely? Do you like that? That's a really lovely sort of pinky orange on there. That's the back. Nice and crunchy. Or maybe I could hang a little bead off there. Let's see, open this up, take this out, and we have our lovely, or shall I hang, oh, which way round does it go? This way. Think I could hang anything off there? What's that? Maybe I could stick that on. Oh, that one might look nice. Instead of hanging something, maybe I'll stick a little button. Maybe I'll pop a little button on here, like that. That looks nice. Do you think my glue gun is hot enough? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's pop that there. Pop the little button there. Like that. Look at that. That's fab, isn't it? Okay, the other thing I was going to do on my little booklet here, let these go wow together, don't they? I was going to pop a little bulb pin with a little button on here. Oh, there's a nice little diddy one there. That's nice. Just going to hang it off this little bit. Actually, I'm going to hang one of these little beads off as well. A little orange one. I've got these ones. These are quite nice. These are like little wooden ones. Little wooden one. Maybe I'll do that. That's nice. What do you think? That's nice. Maybe that should go behind. There we go. Oh wow, that's nice. That just dangles off there. Love it. Okay, that's finished off because I didn't really use a lot of the little embellishmenty bits on there, did I? So what do you think, guys? That's quite nice, isn't it? A little bit of book cheese stain paper, coffee stain paper hanging off there, but that's okay. Still got a great big pile of stuff there, but I am loving these, loving the scrunchy paper, loving the envelopes, and I think it's lovely. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. There's probably a quicker, easier way of doing that, but I think I went all around the mulberry bush on that for a little bit, didn't I? But we got there in the end. So, and I think it's great. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fab rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.